It's time to go beyond the headlines, cause I don't put in overtime just so I can headline. Okay, now it's Fox Sports, I'm live with Renee. Going hard every day, sports rapping every play. Different segments for your favorites, coming at you daily with positive vibes, yeah, we some game changers. Basketball, football, soccer, with different interviews, you never know who may pop up. Listen, only on Beyond the Headlines, this is Beyond the Headlines. Only on Beyond the Headlines, this is Beyond the Headlines. Only on Beyond the Headlines, this is Beyond the Headlines with Renee Washington.
It's time for our Positive Vibes Only segment, and this week we've got the creator of the Curl Refinery, Vanessa Lorraine, but she's more than just the creator of the Curl Refinery. So, Vanessa, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here because I love your journey into the Curl Refinery. So you were a stockbroker prior to this. You now have launched a $1 million hair business as a female entrepreneur, or just an entrepreneur, and you have the Curl Refinery. So take us through that leap of faith from your work as a stockbroker to pursuing your passion and making that decision that this was the right move for you.
It was literally a leap of faith. I was thrust into it. So graduating right out of college, got my bachelor's degree in economics. 2 weeks later, I was teaching myself investments to study for my Series 7, the stockbroker exam. Became a stockbroker, but I was never truly fulfilled. My first love is hair. I had been doing hair since I was 8 years old, but I kind of just went the professional route, followed along the way I was told I was supposed to do things. And after I got my master's degree, I was really like, okay, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm not supposed to be burned out. I'm one of the youngest people in my industry, and these people look much happier than me. I feel like I'm aging 10 times faster than them. Something has to change. So I decided to start doing hair again part-time. And one of my clients was like, you should really supply hair for this new style. Ended up finding hair for a new style, sending it to a YouTuber. She now has 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, over 500,000 on Instagram. She was like, yeah, I'll make a video. I've been looking for this hair. Posted the video at midnight, about 12:17. The orders started coming in. And by the time I woke up the next morning, I realized that I wouldn't be able to do anything other than this.
Oh, wow. That is incredible. Okay, I have to backtrack. First of all, the point you made about the fact that you felt like you were aging faster than everyone. Like you felt like everyone around you was happy and you're like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I think that just speaks on a lot of times we like look for signs. Like if we're unsure of if a move is right for us, we look for signs. But the signs are there all along. Like your frustration, unhappiness, the fact it was wearing on you so much, probably felt like a huge burden and stressor for you. Those are the signs. Like, that's it. Yes. No one's going to clearly come up to you and say, you're in the wrong business. This is what you should be doing. So, it took, I'm sure, a lot of reflecting for you to realize, okay, this is not normal and this is not for me, to make that jump into something unknown. But the fact that you had a YouTuber who is now also, her following has grown tremendously since then, to shout you out and to instantly see those results, that's when that leap of faith is like your parachute takes off and you realize this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, literally. I think every decision I made up until that point, every lesson learned literally led me to that point. Everything from the information and knowledge I gained in finance about running a business. I used to do loan approvals in a bank before I was a stockbroker, so I knew what to look for in a business plan. I knew how to create a sustainable business. Been doing hair since I was 8. I had a YouTube channel on my own a little bit, so I knew about social media marketing, like literally everything that while I was going through it, I was like, why me? Why am I going through this? When I looked back, everything literally had a purpose. It was just about timing of knowing when to actually get out of it once I gained what I needed to.
Interesting. So the fact you were a stockbroker, you could have easily thought that was your career path, and in reality, that was just like a stepping stone to prepare you for your actual career. That was like the final step to get that financial background to now be able to confidently lead all aspects of your business, because that's another part of it. When you have your own business, you want to be able to understand, if not do everything on your own, at least understand every part to make sure you're not getting ripped off or you're not, getting the short end of the stick and that you're maximizing everything from your company.
Absolutely. I've had people tell me I'm one of the most hands-on CEOs they've ever met because any aspect of my business I have touched myself. So you can't tell me it takes this long to do something because for the first 6 months, I did it by myself.
I love it. So talk to me about why the Curl Refinery, where the name comes from and the idea of it, because it's specializing. It's not just all hair. But talk to us about the Curl Refinery. I'll let you explain.
So one of the things that I hated while I was doing hair was trying to get my clients to get the right hair. So let's say they had a style that had 2 different types of hair in it. I would have to send them to one beauty supply store to get the hair and then send them all the way across town to get the other type of hair. So the focal point of my business actually is style packages. So I trademarked the name Style Packages. I want to give women every single thing they need to do one particular style in one spot. So the Curl Refinery came about because I kind of looked at it as an all-in-one, all-encompassing refinery. So we take the raw material and give you what you need for your hair.
That's perfect. And I think that's something that, like, you found where there's a need. You having the hair background, you could see that, okay, this is something that's frustrating for a customer, for even for you doing hair. It is very frustrating when you can't find the right type of hair. I hate that personally. You're all over store to store, website to website, asking friends. I know I'll go and be like, oh, your hair looks good. Where'd you get it? Because you just get to a point where it's so hard to find what you're looking for. Like, you know what you want, but it's so hard to find something that actually is what you want. And then on top of that, the prices are another issue. Yeah. And so your prices to me are very reasonable. I mean, I'm no hair expert in that any sense at all myself, but I think that's also a big part of it is you're putting out products that aren't going to cost people an arm and a leg to buy. It's reasonable, and it's also going to help them have healthy, beautiful hair.
Yes. I wanted to have something for everything. So if you look at my Goddess Block style packages, we have silver plus, gold plus, diamond, and platinum. I wanted everyone to be able to come and get something that fits within what they're looking for, what they can afford, and what they need. So options for every budget.
Wow. I actually just had someone sitting there looking to get locks, and I'm now probably going to send them yours. I was like, I don't know anything about locks. I've never had locks before, but here we go. I'm literally looking at the Goddess Lock style pack. Like, oh, that's something that looks very reasonable, and definitely I see there's something for everyone. So for you now being able to have your own company, what's something that you would advise another entrepreneur, and regardless of what field they're looking to start a business in, that you wish you had known getting into your leap of faith?
Find a mentor. Absolutely find a mentor. I wrote a book recently, my $1 million mistakes. So they're my 10 biggest mistakes that I made in business. And one of the huge ones is finding a mentor, someone that has walked the path before you. I made some huge, very costly mistakes along my route to where I am now. And looking back at it, being more seasoned, they were obvious red flags. But to me, I couldn't spot them. So if you have someone, even if it's in a different industry, that has been or is where you're trying to go, you will save yourself so much time, energy, and money if you can even just pick up 1 or 2 nuggets from them and run with it.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. In the moment, you're so close to it that it's probably hard to see the red flags are red flags.
Yeah.
So, as you mature and as you gain more knowledge and, spend more time in it, you can realize, okay, why did I not notice that before? How did I miss that obvious red flag? That is, so your book, where can people find your book, Your $1 Million Mistakes?
My ebook is available on my personal website and also the curlrefinery.com. So if you go to VanessaLorraine.com, that's my website. you can download it there.
Perfect. So what's really next for you? You have $1 million company. You're young. You're just getting started. I feel like this is honestly just the beginning of the Curl Refinery. What's really next that you're looking to take it to the next level with?
So I always have new product ideas. I come up with new products in my head. And part of my business model is I create the items myself. I hand make them before I produce them on a larger scale. So, of course, new products are always coming. A lot of new collaborations. So I'm kind of stepping out from behind my brand and doing more of the hands-on marketing. So, like, I have a photo shoot in Miami tonight with a gorgeous model, working with more clothing lines, makeup lines, just so we can cross-collaborate, a lot more coaching and mentoring. So I've also stepped into that role more, which was part of the ebook, but just trying to help other people grow their business also. Those are the next steps.
Wow. Now, how long ago what's the time length from when you stepped away from being a stockbroker to when you created the Curl Refinery to now?
So,
like the timeline breakdown.
I stepped away from being a stockbroker the night that I woke up the next morning. The Curl Refinery had fully launched. Like, literally, that's what happened. I didn't take on, there was a phase-out period, of course, where I connected my clients to another financial advisor to work with. But I would say I did that within a month because I really had to be hands-on with the Curl Refinery. And that was about 2.5 years ago.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. That's incredible. That's what I saw. It hasn't been that long. It's been less than 3 years since you made that jump. And here you are now with $1 million industry.
Yes, I think IG sent me a kind of reminder, how they do a look back on Facebook, reminding you about something. And it was like 2 years ago that I came up with my 5th product. So, it has not been long at all.
Yeah, and in that 2.5 years, it's not like this was something, it's not a gimmick. It's not something that just happened because you got lucky and had, a rich uncle that donated all this money or something. Like, you built this from the ground up. So
I literally started my company with $100 investment in product and grew it to $1 million in sales that first year alone. So no, definitely not a gimmick. I've built a sustainable business model from the $100 investment.
Wow. A lot of long days, I'm sure. Long days.
Yes.
That is remarkable. That's inspiring. That's so inspiring. You were able to take that leap of faith, and within a day of stepping away from something that was adding stress to your life to creating something that was your passion, you turned your passion into, now a career that you can, live a happy life off of, and then, build your brand, expand into other areas like you talk about with clothing and things like that, to now be able to take the next step with it.
Yeah.
So where can I know you mentioned your website. Where can we follow you on social media to keep up with all that you have going on in this incredible journey? Because I am inspired myself.
So the business page across all social media outlets is the Curl Refinery. My personal page is _Vanessa_Lorraine. I am horrible at posting, but I am trying to get better on my personal page. The Curl Refinery, of course, we keep things going, but I am trying to be more active on my page. And my website is VanessaLorraine.com.
Perfect. An entrepreneur that has made $1 million business in less than 3 years. There you go. That's from starting with $100.
Yeah.
There you go. And you're not even 30 yet.
No, I am. I'm 30.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I won't tell you 30 what, but I'm in there.
Okay, that's still very young. You're not 62 and just reaching, the pinnacle of your career. You're still in the prime of your career.
But see, that's what happened when I stepped away from what I hated to what I love. Now I'm aging backwards. So I'll take that as a compliment. I'm getting those years back that I felt like I was wasting away.
There you go. When you're enjoying what you do, you don't even feel like you're getting older. You feel like you're getting
Not
younger.
at all.
And
Absolutely.
you're traveling and you're growing your brand. So that's incredible. Thank you so much for joining our Positive Vibes Only segment this week. I know this is inspiring for anyone that's in the midst of figuring out, how do I pursue my passion? I'm scared to make that jump. I'm scared to leave my full-time job with benefits to the unknown, but you did it. You succeeded. I know it was not easy, and here you are now encouraging others. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Renee.